I just want you to see this and just get your comment on this for our introduction today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why this region matters with all of its rich resources and rare earth elements. You've got the lithium triangle, which is needed for technology today. 60% of the world's lithium is in the lithium triangle: Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. You just have the largest oil reserves, light sweet crude, discovered off of Guyana over a year ago. You have Venezuela's resources as well, with oil, copper, gold. China gets 36% of its food source from this region. We have the Amazon, lungs of the world. We have the 31% of the world's fresh water in this region too. I mean, it's just off the charts. But then when you talk about trade,
you notice how she talks about it as if these aren't other people's countries. Like it's just, we just got to go over there and get it. But this is the concept of white supremacy, white superiority. You cannot visually see it almost in any other place. I'm talking about militarily. And in a way that I've noticed that this person speaks, because this is the second time I've heard her speak in this manner, where it's just basically, yes, resources are over there. And it begs to ask the question, is the military just basically here to just go extract resources from other countries so capitalists can make money? That's literally what our military is about. Go ahead, Nick.
When they say they fight for your freedom, there's nothing dumber than that. They out there taking resources. The United States is occupying 80% of Syria right now and still in its oil reserves right now. And this is their ideology that they may always sugarcoat it, and they use propaganda language like we're fighting for freedom. But they know, man. They got a public face and a public opinion, but they know. They got private conversations like, yeah, we're going to Syria. We're going to take that oil. Yeah, we got to support the genocide of the Palestinian people in Israel. Of course. Like, they know what the hell is going on. And this
they be talking they be like, we about to go get paid. We about to go get paid. That's probably how they talking. I bet they listen to rap music. I bet they be out there listening to rap music. Go ahead. That's a joke, but go ahead.
No one more gangster than them. Like, I still think of Joe Manchin and Max Blumenthal. Like, check out the conversation we had with Max earlier this week. But he's calling out Joe Manchin like, yeah, I'm all in about the Ukraine war. Like, and Max like, dude, we're sending billions of dollars. Yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in. Like, bro, just gangster as fuck. Like, bro, my people getting paid, which means I am getting paid. And the white European culture essentially looks at black and brown indigenous people, especially the people who call for like land back and reparations. They will say stuff like, well, we already got it. Yeah, it was through violence. Yeah, it was messy. But you now benefit through our civilized, advanced society. You know, the one where your life expectancy is going down. The one where you guys can barely afford housing and healthcare. But you guys have the privilege of living in our society. That's why you guys should forgive us. And that's why you should overlook us literally building our empire for stealing your stuff. And then she comes out and brags about it and saying, oh my God, we own this, we own that, we own this. This is literally Western imperialism, a Western imperialist talking about our ideology in public sight. And that's why it's very interesting to witness. But go ahead, CJ. I know you want to chime in.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, are we to really believe? Because now let's step out of reality here. Are we really to believe, Nick, that the people who started the Atlantic slave trade, the Virginia Company, the British, what they did to the Congo, those people just go, oh, we're gonna be good, nice now. Oh, all the money we're making off the backs of these black and brown people. Oh, we just have a change of heart. All it is masking of what they've always been doing, Nick. Nothing has changed. They just, to make black people feel like they're free. Here, you guys can go to markets, buy food. You can buy the same clothes we have, so you can look like you're part of us. But essentially, we're still segregated. We're just segregated along economic lines. But if those economic lines overwhelmingly overlap with racial lines, guess what we're still doing? They just call it something different. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I want
go ahead.
Here's the video. I'll share it after the video.
Yeah.
Here's the video.
Hang on a second. Let me make sure it plays here, because they should be doing that sometimes. Been sitting. Let's hear. I'm not gonna rewind it because it might trip.
Trade is unbelievable. The trade in the region. You know, I talked about all the ties that we have with this hemisphere. But the PRC and a lot of our countries in this region is the #1 trade partner, with the United States #2 in most cases, not in most cases, I would say in some cases. However, to see the increase in investment in trade from 2002 from China, 18 billion, up to 400.
That is astonishing. I just didn't know this, Nick. I'm sure you may have been, had an idea of this. 2002 from China, 18 billion. Now it's up to 450 billion. Do you see why these people are scared here? Scared shitless here?
Dude, they are so terrified. I was watching a Tucker Carlson segment, and he was just invoking China for no reason. He was talking about gas stoves, and he said the reason why Democrats want to take your gas stoves is because they got an order from China because China don't like gas stoves. I was like, bro, are you fucking serious?
like now you gotta catch me up on the stove. I don't know. I just seen a meme with a stove, but I didn't look into it because I literally try to stay out of some of this stuff. So get me caught up to date with what's happening with stoves again.
Just real quick, because you know how Republicans always gotta make things dumb. The thing with the gas stoves is the United States is trying to reduce energy consumption in this country because they're trying to take out Russia as the energy supplier of Europe. So they want Europe to export more energy. So they want America to use less. So now they want to ban gas stoves. That's the reason, guys. They don't give a fuck about your health. They don't give a fuck about climate. It's about energy. It's about geopolitics. Period. You guys understand? Okay. So of course, Tucker Carlson and Republicans take a real conspiracy. A real conspiracy. The reason why they want to, I'm not even getting to the studies. The studies are irrelevant. They don't give a fuck about the studies or your health. The reason why they want to ban gas stoves is because of energy consumption. And they want to export more energy, right? And they want to wane people from Russian gas. This is why, right? So then I saw this segment for Tucker, and I literally saw it last night. I still may do a segment on it, but it one of the things that was so dumb. I was debating whether I'm going to do it because it was like, is that really worth my time? Because Tucker tastes that. It was like, the reason why the Democrats are doing this is because China had this initiative where they hate natural gas, which is like, I don't know if that's even true. And then they said somehow that Biden took a bribe from China. So now they're following China's order to ban gas stoves. I'm like, bro, you are so goddamn dumb.
Like, in a perfect world, what does the United States want? Like, what would happen in a perfect world for the United States to be okay with China? Like, what do they think is going to happen? Like, do they really think they're going to stop this multipolar world that's about does the United States think that?
They are desperate, and that was the point I was making. I brought the Tucker Carlson thing on as an example, but every segment they bring in China. Remember the segment we just did with Morning Joe, where they say, "Well, America is a wounded giant, but we're still a great advancing country." The reason why they had to do that, because they brought up China. It's like, well, us compared to Russia and China. Every segment I've been watching this like a hawk recently. It's been like my new case study. Like how many they just bring up China completely out of nowhere. They're like, yeah, I know we got some crazy right-wing Republicans that are trying to overthrow democracy, but hey, at least we got a democracy overthrow, unlike China. They will always find a way to invoke it. So anyway, continue, CJ.
She
says a little more, so maybe let's listen to this one here, because this is the one
adversary in the region, Russia. I mean, I've got, of course.
Hang on a second. Let me rewind it.
If I talk to my #2 adversary in the region, Russia, I mean, I've got, of course, the countries, Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua with Russia relationships. But what I really look at, and 6 other countries, by the way, so a total of 9 that have Russian equipment in them, and we're working to replace that Russian equipment with United States equipment if those countries want to donate it to Ukraine or the cause that's happening, and be able to replace that with U.S. equipment. If I talk to my #2,
replace it with U.S. equipment. All right, I think we can. I think we're done roasting her.